President Obama has been criticized for scaling back White House plans for observing the National Day of Prayer, even after he asked a judge to dismiss a lawsuit that aimed to abolish it entirely. Some people have even been mocking him for saying that he would observe the National Day of Prayer by praying in private, as he does every day. In this country, no one should ever be mocked or dismissed for the way that they choose to worship. In his Sermon on the Mount, Christ said, "When thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret." Prayer is a very personal act. It is the means by which all human beings can directly communicate with their Creator. Think about it, those of you who believe. When we pray, we invite God into our hearts. There's nothing we can hide from Him. It's often our faults and moments of weakness that humble us and bring us to our knees in supplication to a heavenly parent who loves us unconditionally and is always ready to forgive us if we are genuinely repentant. While invocations and benedictions are apropos to religious services and even civic ceremonies, to place the act of prayer on a pedestal could be perceived as diminishing the role of the one we pray to. A prayer breakfast is not a sacrament, and communion was never intended to be a buffet. President Obama is a man of faith, but I get the impression that he is one who doesn't feel it's appropriate to wear that faith on his sleeve, especially as the president of a nation that welcomes all people to worship whomever and whatever they want. Or no one, and nothing at all. An ecumenical service organized by religious leaders is one thing. An event that ostensibly appeals to those same leaders, but is organized on behalf of an elected official, regardless of his or her sincerity, will always have a political cloud hanging over it, and can be viewed as pandering to just another block of voters that identify themselves with their religious accoutrements, both tangible and abstract. And for those people who feel offended by the president's choice not to follow suit with his predecessors vis-a-vis the National Day of Prayer, get over it. If you're offended, it's only because you choose to be. And people who choose to be offended only do so to validate their own self-righteousness.